So part of my duty, of course, as a priest is to always help people to understand our church's teachings or what Christianity would want us to believe about certain things, of course. And so a couple months ago, the Archbishop asked us to do that in the specific topic about the Value Them Both Amendment coming up here in our state. So our committee several months ago, interesting timing, but several months ago our committee decided to invite Deb Neeson, who's the lead consultant in the Archdiocese for Pro-Life, to come and talk. So we're glad to have Deb here with us tonight, or today. So welcome, Deb. Appreciate your being here.
I want to thank Father Jerry and all of you for letting me be here with you this morning to talk about, as he just said, the Value Them Both Kansas constitutional amendment vote, which is coming up here shortly on August 2nd. Of course, after yesterday's United States Supreme Court, or Friday's, ruling that overturned Roe, I'm just grateful for this opportunity to provide hopefully some clarity on what this means for us here in Kansas. But first, I feel so very blessed to be a part of the work that we do in the Respect Life office. Our mission is to build a culture of life, a culture that recognizes that each life is a precious gift from God, that we are all made in His image and likeness, and that we as Christians are called to defend the life and dignity of all, but especially those who are most vulnerable. And in addition to educating our youth and working on end-of-life issues and building up our new foster care ministry, of course, the majority of our work in the office right now does surround the defense of the unborn child, but also the support of women and families who are facing either an unplanned or difficult pregnancies. Our Archdiocesan programs, the Gabriel Project, Walking with Moms in Need, of course, all the work of Catholic Charities, support these women and families, connecting them with one of our many pregnancy resource clinics in the area who offer free services, free materials, free medical support, while we, the Church, wrap them in prayer and love so that they can either choose to parent or form a loving adoption plan for their child, but also a healthier future for themselves. We also realize that this topic might be very painful for those who have been hurt by an abortion. So we invite with open arms any woman or man in need to experience the healing mercy of Jesus through our Project Rachel and Project Joseph abortion healing ministries. So why does Kansas need the Value Them Both constitutional amendment? Well, first, the name of this amendment is so important because not only does it say that we Kansans value the lives of unborn children, but we also value and desire to protect the health and safety of women who are vulnerable due to a crisis situation. It is also important to understand that the Church does have the right to advocate for this amendment. Unlike lobbying for a candidate or a political party, the Church is engaging in an issue that is foundational to our religious beliefs. And right now we are facing a defining moment in Kansas. In a 2019 ruling, the Kansas Supreme Court claimed to have discovered a fundamental right to abortion in our state's 1859 Constitution. This ruling has now made it nearly impossible to regulate abortion in Kansas in even the simplest of ways. According to legal experts, all of our existing pro-life laws that limit and regulate this industry are now presumed unconstitutional and are at risk of being struck down. This ruling has cleared the way for potentially unlimited abortion in unregulated facilities, potentially paid for by tax dollars. Our only recourse is to pass a Value Them Both amendment. And even now that Roe has been overturned, this does not change what we are facing here in Kansas, and in fact makes the Value Them Both amendment even more important. So what exactly does this amendment do? This is important to understand as I believe there's much confusion and misinformation about it. First, the ruling will restore our Constitution to the way it was before the Supreme Court made its ruling, once again allowing Kansans a voice to limit and regulate this industry through our elected officials, just as we have done for over the past 25 years. This amendment will not ban all abortion in Kansas, but it will safeguard our existing common sense restrictions on the industry, such as no taxpayer-funded or late-term extreme procedures. It will protect parental notification law, which says that a minor child cannot be dropped off at a facility without a parent being notified. It will protect a woman's right to know, which simply requires that women be given thorough information before she makes her decision. Kansans support these common sense restrictions, but without value them both, we will likely become a destination state for unlimited and unregulated abortion. Is this an exaggeration? No, there is evidence that it is already beginning to happen. First, 2 of our laws have already been sued by the abortion industry and have been struck down. One that required basic safety and sanitation requirements protecting women inside these facilities. Also, the number of abortions have already increased by over 13% since this ruling, and now over half of all of those are done on women coming to Kansas from outside of our state. Finally, we now know that Planned Parenthood is opening a new facility in Kansas City, Kansas, to prepare for the increased growth of their industry. So what can you do to help stop this? First, pray. Please join our Memorare Army or join the Rosary Kansas Rosary Crusade for the successful passage of this amendment. And second, please share this information with others. So many have not yet heard about Value Them Both or may not know what Kansas is facing. There's information in the back, there's bumper stickers, there's yard signs, and I will be there to answer any questions that any of you might have. Finally, though, make sure that you and your family are registered to vote on August 2nd and mark your calendar to please come out and vote. This will be a very, very close vote. But most importantly, please tell others about the life-affirming ministries of the church and of pregnancy resource centers. When people see the church not only defending the lives of the unborn, but also supporting and protecting women who are in need, that is when hearts and minds will be changed. So thank you so much, Father Jerry, and for all you do here at Corpus Christi to build a culture of life. Our Lady of Guadalupe, patroness of the unborn, and Saint Joseph, defender of all life, please pray for us. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Deb. As always, it's just good for us always to have more information about all kinds of things. So please consider yourself informed. Although we have a lot more, we have those yard signs, but they're going like hotcakes. Literally, as soon as people put them in their yards, they disappear. It's interesting. But feel free to ask questions if need be, and we're always here to help and inform. So now let's all stand to conclude our prayer.